Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's Zyplo here, and in today's video I'm going to be going over the weekly developer update that just came out today, and also the known issues update that just came out today for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. If you guys want to check out, these articles for yourself, I'll be leaving a link in the description below for you guys, of course, and also timestamps down below that you guys can check if you guys want to skip through anything. But getting straight into it, the first thing that they talk about is their top priority, which is login issues and server issues. Me personally, I haven't really felt any of these issues because I usually do play by myself when I play this game. I don't really like playing in squads in this game, to be honest, and most of my friends don't even have the game because they probably don't even like it. But me personally, I just like playing by myself. Like it's just fun to me. Putting music on and then just grinding incursions and stuff like that. Like, and then waiting for season one. It's pretty fun. The next thing that they talk about is why they released an in-game bug fix and balancing patch first before they even brought out server issues and login issue patch. They kind of explain it here, but to get the gist of it, the reason why is because it's easier to fix balancing changes, or it's easier to change balancing in the game than it is to fix those server issues. And they're not gonna delay those changes that can improve the game, at the end of the day. So that's pretty much why I guess they released an end game bug fix, which is that burn build. Why they fixed that quickly instead of fixing like the login and server issues. You know what I'm saying? So you guys can read up on that more if you guys want. And then the last thing, one of the last things that they talked about right here is the leaderboard update and basically a conclusion to the patch. So they kind of explain a little bit about like why they increased enemy health, and I mean why they decreased enemy health and why they increased enemy damage after mastery level 46. And then they also talk about like this new filter that they're gonna have on the leaderboard, where it shows your Finite Crisis OG villains. So this is for like the people that were all the way up there in the leaderboards, and now that they've restarted the leaderboards, I mean, they're gonna have this for those people so that they can always be there and set in stone or whatever on the leaderboards. So if you care about the leaderboards, they're gonna have that for you guys. And then the next thing that they talk about here is what's gonna be upcoming in their patches. So there's gonna be three things in their upcoming patches that they have that they talked about. One is going to be the changes to the Promethium game loop. The next one is the Mutator balancing, specifically with the Boom Affliction. And then the last thing is about lower tiered legendary items. So starting out with the Promethium game loop, one of the things that they're going to be doing is trying to find ways to increase Promethium gains so that people can have more time actually doing incursion missions instead of farming for incursion missions. You know what I'm saying? So like basically one of the things I talked about in one of my last videos about how to gain XP the fastest, I showed you that killing the Cargonauts, or the red little octopuses on the map, killing those give you 1,500 Promethium each time you kill them. So it's very fast and easy to go around the city and kill those things, and that's what everyone was pretty much doing. Um, and doing the mayhem missions was just like I said, it's pointless. Like it doesn't even give you Promethium the fastest, and you have to go around the city and do these missions that take at least like 10 minutes sometimes, depending on the mission and depending on the gear level. Especially if you're trying to do this on new characters, it was pretty much impossible. So, um, yeah, they're gonna be increasing the Promethium that you get from the Raising Hell mission. So if you don't know what Raising Hell is, it's the little missions the little side missions that you can do next to the map. If you look on the bottom left of your screen on the map, you'll see Raising Hell, and they're missions that you do, and then after you do them, a hit squad comes and you have to kill the hit squad and then complete the mission, and it gives you rewards. So one thing that they're trying to improve is they're going to improve the rewards that you get, which is getting 3,000 Promethium, and then every tier you go up, this will increase. And then another thing is getting actual better loot rewards too for killing the hit squad. So the way the hit squad works is every single time the hit squad comes, you have to kill every single one of them without dying. If you die, the hit squad will go away. So for completing this, you're gonna get better rewards, maybe even notorious items. Who knows? But yeah, this should be a better change. This will make it to where it's more engaging to explore the world. You know what I'm saying, of Metropolis, and that's kind of what they want. And that's what they're aiming for. And then the next thing they talk about is the Boom Affliction. So one of the things that I talked about in my build guide video about one of my build guides that I posted, I was talking about how the boom affliction is pretty dumb and how there is no point in trying to survive, to be honest, in this game. I mean, there really is no point, especially if you're not really looking to grind leaderboards. There's no point in trying to survive because for me at least, I like just grinding for the loot, you know what I'm saying? So I don't really care if I die. But one of the things that made it also for me not to care is the boom affliction, because the boom affliction was pretty much dumb. Like sometimes you would get hit and you wouldn't even feel like you were in the vicinity of that hit, and then you would just instantly die. Or let's just say you were using a suicide strike. Every time you're using a suicide strike, you just take damage. So it made using suicide strike pretty pointless, which is one of the big things in this game because it's one of the big abilities, and you were basically not able to use it because every single time you did use it, you would just instantly die or just instantly lose a lot of health. Same thing with shield harvesting. Whenever you would shield harvest an enemy, you would lose all your shield instantly. So it was basically like you weren't even shield harvesting it, just because if you were too close, you would just instantly blow up. So one thing that they're trying to do or considering doing is excluding suicide strikes and shield harvesting from triggering boom. So basically, whenever you use your suicide strike or the shield harvest, the boom effect won't go off anymore, and it will feel much better playing characters like Harley Quinn, for example, or even King Shark, or even characters like Boomerang and Deadshot. I know a lot of people play Boomerang and Deadshot and probably would take less damage, but whenever you play Shark and Harley, you need to be up close and personal to the enemy to do the shield harvest, for example, and you would just blow up and lose all your shield. You know what I'm saying? So they're basically considering and modifying ways to basically make you immune to the afflictions that they have, in the world and the mutators. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's basically the whole premise of what they're gonna have in the next patch. And then the last thing that they talk about is lower tiered legendary items. So they've noticed that a lot of legendary gear is basically not viable in the end game, and they want to make everything viable. That's pretty much their goal. You know what I'm saying? So that more builds are pretty much used in end game. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna be basically buffing a lot of the lower tiered legendary items, making them more viable for end game and making them more usable so that there's more variety in the game. And that's pretty much it for what they have in store for us and what the weekly developer update they talk about. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much it. Like I said, you guys can check out the rest of this if you guys want for yourself with the link in the description below. And then the last thing right here is the known issues. So one of the known issues that's being resolved and awaiting release. So I'm assuming with this next patch, this is all gonna come into fruition. But players blocked from increasing Finite Crisis rank or unlocking mastery levels after playing with a friend that has already progressed beyond mastery level 30. So this was a big issue for a lot of people. Some people, after playing with a friend that was a higher mastery level, they couldn't even increase their mastery rank at all. Like some people are still stuck at level 1 mastery rank if they're in endgame, which made people just like leave the game and not want to play because they were basically just doing a pointless grind for no reason and not even unlocking anything good. And that would be very frustrating to me. I probably would have like quit the game too if I were them. You know what I'm saying? So since I was playing by myself, like how I told you guys, I usually play solo. This wasn't a problem for me, but I actually met a guy who had this problem from the Discord when I tried playing in a squad one time, and he showed me this, and I was like, "What the hell? Like, it's crazy! Like, it's a crazy bug because like I was just putting myself in his position. Like, if I had that bug, I would probably like stop playing this game forever. Like, to be honest, And I'm pretty sure a lot of people have stopped playing this game just because of this bug, because you just weren't able to even get like the good weapons. Your Finite Crisis was always at level 1. Like that's crazy. So yeah, so like they're gonna be changing that in the next update. They're gonna be changing a lot of other stuff that I'm not gonna be getting into. And then right here is basically a list of some workarounds and issues that they know about. So if you guys have any of these issues, you guys can come over here and check this out. Like I said, I'll leave this in the description below for you guys to read. But I just wanted to go over this big thing right here because I know a lot of people have been having that issue. But yeah, hopefully this video did help you guys out, or you guys enjoyed, me explaining a lot of this stuff. Like I said, I'll be making these weekly developer updates every single week, every single time that they do one. And yeah,